Yeah, I mean, we've been coming to Europe at least once a year, every year for the last 5 or 6 years, if not longer. So we've been coming and playing quite a lot.
Yeah.
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 I don't know the origins of it. I think at some point, Beyond the Black
Beyond the
was
Black.
planning this tour. And I think, however, they found out about us, they contacted our management and,
Yeah.
we decided that a tour would work out. And that's how it works, I think.
Yeah.
I think, musically, culturally, there's a lot of difference. I think Europe has like a long history with having like a market for metal music, and that's super cool. That's why it's really great for us to come here. There is also one in North America, but it's quite different, and but here in Europe, like, it's nice because like the population density is a little better, so you don't have to drive so far to get to big cities. Whereas in Canada, you have to drive super far, many hours to get from one city to another. So it's challenging that way. But ideally, you like to play everywhere. The band started, I think, around 2007, 8, 9, that time, with Kobra, with some musicians in Calgary in Canada. And they just got together, wanted to make music, started playing some shows, eventually started writing songs like, you do when you're just starting out. And, they just kept going. I joined the band in like 2012, so I've been with them for almost like 6 years now. And, since I've been around, the paradigm has been the same. It's just been tour, make music, tour that again, make more music, tour that again, and you just kind of repeat the cycle. And the time flies over your head like it's crazy.
And I don't know you. I'm sick and tired of feeling my faith expire in the lies we keep on.
It was kind of just like a thing to keep the band busy in between actual studio albums, because we were touring the High Priestess album at the time, and they decided it would be good to just have some music to keep giving to people. And we weren't maybe ready yet to do the next studio record, but the fun idea came about to do some cover songs, and the thought was to pay some tribute to Canadian artists, songs that were big for Canadian artists. So only Canadian. Yeah, it's 5 songs. They're all like from Canadian bands.
Okay.
Yeah.
It's
I think there's some truth to it. People are way more accepting of things that they already know.
Yeah.
People like the human brain doesn't like change.
Yeah.
so
Right.
it's like an easy way in, and it's an easy way to sort of introduce yourself to crowds of people if you can say, hey, we're sort of a mix between this, and this. You might have some, more people who are like open to giving you a chance that way. So that's why I think you see a lot of artists do covers. Yeah, it's funny because to cover a metal song and like just do it with a metal production all over again is almost sort of redundant in a way. So I love it when people will take it completely left field and reproduce it with a completely different palette of instruments like those guys do. I think that's really fun. Yeah, but, covers, like anything, take a lot of time, and you do them, and it's great, but eventually you want to focus on your own music, and that's what becomes important.
Yes.
Yeah.
If I had just one wish, I'd take it all away. Don't let go. I'll find you in the darkness, honey.
Everyone listens to different stuff. I mean, I like to listen to everything. Like, I'm such a fan of music, period, and songs in general. So anything, honestly, that can make me feel something, I can be a fan of. So it can be metal, it can be rock, but it can also be hip-hop, pop, electronic, classical, like, really whatever. I'm super open-minded, personally, yeah. There's something about heavy metal that's really attractive for a few reasons. I really like the energy in the music. It's something that you get that you don't really find in other genres, especially when you can plug into like 20,000 watts of power and put it through a giant PA system, and you hit a note on a guitar, or whatever, you know. There's something very cool about that. There's a really nice community around it. Metal fans are very loyal. They tend to stick with you once they like you, which is also something that you don't find everywhere. So there's good things about it, you know. There's a community around it, and I think that attracts everybody that's involved with it. So I love experimenting, and that doesn't necessarily mean you have to put electronic music in your metal, but you can find inspiration from it, whether it's just the chord movements or the melodies or the way they like to create space. You know, you can be inspired by almost any aspect. You know, music has to evolve. It's always evolved, you know. In the 70s, 80s, and 90s, and any era you can pick, what the modern music makers then were doing was taking what the people had done before and finding a way to change it like 10%, to add something new to the conversation. And that's all anyone is doing today also. You have to take what people have done great and find something new to add, you know, that people will like. We're starting to talk about it.
Yes.
Yeah. I mean, we have Prevail 2 already ready to be released in 2018 at the end of April, I think now. But yeah, the conversation has started already for what's coming next. So yeah.
Great. Thank you very much.
Great. Thank you. Hey, this is Jasio from Kobra and the Lotus, and you are listening to ZeRadio.